Hello, President Biden. I watched the debate, listened to the debate, and what I thought was going to happen happened. I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I mean, because if your staffers are being honest with you, as I am being honest with you, you know you dropped the ball big time. I don't know if you were overtired, you were sick, you were suffering from cramming as much as you could in preparation for the debate. If that is the case, you should have gotten more sleep if you were sick. You should have been taking better care of your health. You're not a spring chicken anymore, Joe. If you were cramming, you should have started cramming weeks ago, not just a week before the debate. You should have made sure, well before you declared a challenge to Trump, so that you'd be ready, that you'd have all the facts straight. You made mistakes. You switched topic midstream in some of your statements. You let Trump bait you. Congratulations, you baited him too. In fact, you baited him so much that he wasn't answering the moderator's questions sometimes. But still, you let him bait you. You should have kept your head high and taken the higher ground instead of stooping to his level. And when I say stooping, I really, really, really mean stooping. Because when it comes to Trump, you have to go all the way to the ground. Because that's where the slugs live. Joe, I don't know if one of those reasons is it, or if it's something more serious medically speaking. My mom has dementia. I don't know if that's what you're suffering from, or if it was just a bad night for you. You need to talk with your team, carefully examine, and be honest with yourself about your ability to handle another 4 years of the extreme stress of being the president of the United States. Now, the scholars you referred to declared that Trump was in the 40s out of 45 presidents and have ever since he first started being president. Whereas you are in the top 15, which I didn't know. Now, I don't know if this is a multi-party judgment by scholars across the board, or if this is just people who are from the Democratic side of things. But, there it is. 157, I believe, was the actual number that said Trump sucks. Trump repeatedly lied during the debate. And you rebutted him, and you did okay, except for you were wandering, you were confused, you were tired, whatever it was. So, go to your staff. Have a heart-to-heart with all of them. Tell them, I need you to be honest with me. Are you noticing that I am losing my ability to do this job? Just open it up to comments from everybody. Let them weigh in on what they're seeing. Is Joe Biden from the time of VP the same Joe Biden now? Is Joe Biden the same Joe Biden that stepped into office nearly 4 years ago? Or is Joe Biden falling apart at the seams? If you are honest with yourself and your team agrees that you are really struggling, you have to look. Is this something that is reversible? Perhaps you need a better diet. Perhaps you need more exercise. Perhaps you need more sleep. Perhaps you need to step down. But whatever it is, you need to make the best decision for the nation. Just because you think you're the man to beat Trump doesn't mean it's going to matter if you fall apart midterm next term as president. Because then everyone's going to say, yep, told you so. There's Sleepy Joe. He's sunk down so low he doesn't even know which end is up anymore. He's confused. He's befuddled. He's demented. That's not a good way to go out. I mean, it was bad enough when that happened to Reagan. And you're a much better president than Reagan, apparently. So, be honest. And then you and your team have to start strategizing as to who's going to take your place. Does Kamala Harris have the backing? I don't think she's a bad VP, but I don't know if she has the backing, publicly speaking, to replace you. Is there somebody else? And Kamala, you've got to be honest too. I mean, if you want to be president and you know that the backing isn't there right now, you need to say, I'll be VP again. I'll step down, whatever it takes. But we need to do this. Joe, I didn't vote for you. Nothing personal. I just don't have faith in the Democrats any more than I have faith in the Republicans. And these days I have far less faith in the Republicans than the Democrats because they have turned into a party of racists and bigots. And as far as I can tell, they want to go back to the days of slavery and women as chattel. And the only people who have equal rights are white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, and everybody else is second, third, fourth, or 20th class citizens. And to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to even be that good. Looking at the way the Supreme Court's been behaving, looking at the behavior of Judge Cannon, looking at the behavior of the Republicans, many of them have either been cowed to the point that they won't speak up against Trump, which is what Hitler did, or they have just gone plumb loco. I don't know if it's self-protection mode or greed mode or whatever it is, but the Republican Party has lost their minds. And having some candidates who are spitting out vitriol and hatred and confusion and despair tells us that this is a party that will tear America down to the ground and rebuild it in their own image of hatred, of fear, of despair. And if I'm not wrong, America will no longer be what it is today. And I don't mean just little baby steps. I mean in major, major steps. But I didn't vote for you. I won't vote for you come November. Nothing personal, Joe. I'm looking out for the nation. I don't buy the lesser of two evils philosophy because evil is evil is evil. Doesn't matter whether your name is Mephistopheles or Baal or one of the others, Lucifer even. Evil is evil. Nothing personal. Just please do what's right for the country, not for your ego, not because you think you're the only candidate, which is a kind of an arrogant thing to say. But do what's right for this country. If you need to step down, there's no shame in that. And we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, Joe. Take care of yourself.